Bam! Welcome to Jayson Waller Unleashed. Real talk, real success. I'm host Jayson Waller, former billion-dollar business entrepreneur, elite business coach, two-time top 5 podcast host with the BAM podcast and the True Underdog. You might know me from my TED Talks, best-selling books, or even my brand new reality TV show on Amazon, BAM Fam. Are you hungry for inspiration, wisdom, perhaps a hearty laugh? Get ready for a dynamic, electrifying journey filled with towering business triumphs, intimate family moments, and raw honesty that you won't find anywhere else. Buckle up. This is about to get dope as hell. I'm telling you, I have had all kinds of guests on my previous shows, and we're going to have some bomb guests on this. We're going to be talking about everything from politics to money to business to family to drama to kids to you name it. We're going to talk about it. It's going to be real. It's going to be raw. It's going to be in your face. It is Jayson Waller Unleashed. Real talk, real success, coming now. Bam! Bam! Jayson Waller here with the Unleashed podcast. Okay, now that I've done the issue, you can cut that, throw that at the beginning. Fuck it. Follow us, subscribe, do whatever you want. We don't give a shit. But listen. You want to follow us? Great. You want to watch the show? Fucking great. You don't? Yeah, fuck you. We don't care. We got the Lamborghini key. I don't know if that matters. Yeah, I drove a Lamborghini to work because I'm an asshole. I mean, it's kind of an asshole move. It's what I drive every day. Like, I even take my kid to football in a Lamborghini on a dirt road. I'm that schmuck that has to go get the dirt cleaned out of his Lamborghini and the grass vacuumed out of the Lamborghini from the cleats. I'm that asshole. Is that okay? Am I allowed to be that big of an asshole? All right, get ready to go live. Look, I've got fucking, dude, I think, look, you know, when I stand like here, it looks like I've got a green thing on my head. So if I stand like here, is this okay right here? The alien, can you see the alien okay? Should I move the alien? Should the alien be moved there? Is that okay for you?
It's worse.
I wasn't trying to get worse.
That's why I had it framed, man.
Is that better right there? Fix how you need the fucking alien. How do you need?
I had it.
How do you need her? How do you need Zara?
It's good.
What the fuck? What the fuck? Getting ready to start. It's hot in here, dude. I feel like, can I do a shirtless podcast?
Yeah, but let me just leave first.
You want to leave? You don't want to be here if I take my shirt off? I could do a shirtless. Could I do a bottomless podcast?
I think you should.
Have you seen Harold and Kumar, the fucking show, and you know where they Guantanamo Bay and the meat sandwich? You familiar with the meat sandwich?
I didn't watch it.
You didn't watch it? Well, they go to a party, but it's a bottomless party, not a topless party. Okay. So everyone's got deep pants. They're just walking around with shit out. It's kind of a cool party if you think about it.
I'm a clothes on kind of person.
All right, you guys ready for a treat? I'm about to go record a podcast here. This one will be out when? Like a week from now, 2 weeks from now?
Friday. Next Friday.
No, you already have one for Friday, or would you use this?
Not this coming Friday, but the following Friday.
Oh, so this is like a long time from now.
17th, 18th, 1 week. You know,
holy shit. All right, so if we get enough points here, you know, I will go shirtless on the podcast, but we got to have enough people be like, take your shirt off, and I'll take my shirt off. Like, I ain't even done the intro yet.
I'll have to fucking edit it anyway, so.
Why?
No, I mean, I'm going to see the video anyway. I'm like, oh, I'll leave. I'm going to be watching it.
You'll already know what's happening.
No, I'm going to see.
You'll have to see me without my shirt.
Yeah.
But, dude, me without my shirt is like seeing Jesus wrapped up in a blanket. It's fucking amazing. But what I'll say is, now I forgot my train of thought. God, you know what I call my body? I call my body a pool body. So from the chest up, dude, I'm fucking jacked. It's like, hell yeah, that guy's in shape. From the chest up, yeah. But then when you get out, I got some belly. It's like a dad bod. It's like, oh, he's probably a dad or a grandpa or something. Right? That's kind of in, right? That's it. That's why I said, like, shirt off, chest up. Like, I'm a bad motherfucker. So if we were able to, like, edit this video right here for this podcast, we got TikTok Live, I'd make it a shirtless podcast. We just have to cut it from right here, where I just look like I'm all fucking jacked like a tank.
I can crop it for you.
I think I might do that. Just be one of those gangsters. I'll be like, Wes Watson. Shout out to Wes Watson. Hey, you need another steroid. I'm going to get you, brother. One of those type things. I love the guy, but I wanted to say that. I
think six-packs are in. Actually.
Six-packs are in? Yeah. Six-packs means you're a douchebag. That means you don't give a shit about your lady. You don't give a shit about... I don't see a lot of rich guys. It's rare. Actually, Wes talked about it. Rich and ripped. A lot of ripped guys aren't rich because they're fucking stupid and they don't know how to make money. They spend all day not eating anything but lettuce and working out all day. Therefore, they only give a shit about themselves, so they're selfish. So they're probably selfish in business. They don't know how to take care of the people. They're definitely selfish with women. That's why they're always like, you know, women are like, all he cares about is going to the gym and rubbing his six-pack. Why don't you take her on a fucking private jet? Go on an island. I bet that'll fucking moist her a lot faster than your fucking six-pack. Maybe I'm wrong.
I suppose it depends on the girl, probably.
It depends on the girl.
If we're honest, there's probably some that do get wet.
Depends on the lady. Yeah. If the lady is more turned on by a six-pack or a guy worth $15 million.
I think what you just asked, that question is a fundamental question of the earth.
So the question is, would you rather your man be in tip-top shape with a fucking washboard stomach but make 45 grand a year? Nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with 45 grand a year. Or he's a little chunky, a little chubby, okay? Got a little crooked dick, maybe some shit going on, okay? Maybe a mole on the wrong spot of his body, I don't know. But he's worth like 12 million? What would you prefer? That's the question. What would you rather have? Ladies, what would you rather have? Is it more important to have stability, to live a great lifestyle, to live in private jets and cruises and fucking the Bahamas and Turks and Caicos and all these great things in Europe and eat elegant foods and wow and fucking red bottoms and fucking jewelry and Rolexes and all that shit? Or it's better the motherfucker comes home and he looks like fucking He-Man and he's ready to fucking go. I don't know what's better. I don't know what's better. You ask a dude and the role switched, the dudes are like, we'd rather have the girl be in shape. We'll go make the money. But if you ask a girl, I got to think, and I wonder what the percentage is. I would love to know. We should do, when we cut the clips on this, we should do a poll. The poll should be, would you prefer, you only get two choices. Your dude doesn't make a lot of money. He's okay, but he's in the best fucking shape. Or he's a little chubby and not the best looking dude, but he's worth like $10 million. What do you prefer? Now, people say, well, I'm going to say the first one because I'm not a gold digger.
But doesn't it depend on how the girl looks?
Well, listen.
In other words, aren't there plenty of women that maybe aren't as premium looking? I don't want to say it too rudely, but that ultimately would then say, "Oh, it doesn't matter to me. The money's no big deal," or the other one doesn't. You know, in other words, their position. So
if I had to bet, now this is my bet. I'm going to hedge my bet here. If I had to bet, more women would take the chubby, unattractive millionaire, the hotter women, the better looking women, 7s and above. This is my bet. We're going to do a poll here. 7s and above. So ladies out there that you feel like you're a fucking, if you're a fucking 7 or not. If you're a 4, bitch, you're a 4. Okay? If you're a 2, don't even fucking respond because it doesn't matter. Okay? Nobody's talking to you anyways. You're a fucking 2. Why are you laughing? Those are facts. If you're a 2, I'm sure they got like fucking mammoth websites or something. I don't fucking know. But my point is, and I'm not trying to be mean, I'm just saying, if you know you're a 2, you're a 2. They have uglybutkind.com. You join that group, you date who you want. Because you can't be ugly and mean. Those are facts. Actually, I've met a couple of them. I know one of them in particular out in Raleigh, Formildebeest. I think she won Formildebeest for Forsyth County Fair. It's old Ben's wife. Anyways, you can't be mean and ugly. That's hard. Like, in my opinion. Like, if you're fugly, but you're mean, something's wrong with you. Because usually, and you guys know I'm right, usually unattractive people are super nice. You're leaving? I was talking to you, but I talked to the people.
I was kind of getting confused.
Go fuck yourself. I was just asking you. You don't want to deal with it. You don't want to follow. You don't want to subscribe. Fuck off.
I think also that some of them will answer one way, but how they actually...
Well, I truly believe, so the question is, the question out there to everybody again is, would you rather, this is for ladies, this is a survey for ladies, so share this stuff right here. We need surveys here. Here's the survey. Somebody throw the survey out. I don't know how to do it on this, so somebody needs to throw the survey out. I don't know how to do it on TikTok, but the survey is, you're a lady. You got to rank yourself 1 through 10. That's the first thing. And those that rank yourself low, That's not confident. You got to rank yourself high. You got to believe in yourself. But whatever your ranking is, okay? Would you rather have a guy who's a 4 or a 5 in looks, but has $15 million in the bank and can do what he wants? Or ladies, would you rather have a guy that's a 9 or 10? I mean, you could fucking wash your clothes on his stomach. He wears cowboy boots and chaps, and you're like, oh, dear God. You get a guy like that, but he doesn't have a pot to piss and drives a nice little old Celica, barely affording his apartment, definitely can't get you a house, and, makes, and I'm not knocking those folks, but makes, 40, 50 grand a year max. Nothing wrong with that, but it's a different level than a motherfucker's got 10, 15 million in the bank. So I'm asking again, ladies, this isn't a gold digger question. Because people are like, oh, they're gold diggers. Well, they're not gold diggers. They want stability. A lot of females want stability. They want to be able to feel like they're secure. They want to live a certain lifestyle. I mean, look at some of the famous and rich people out there that are ugly as sin, that have beautiful women with them. Why is that? It's not because they're in tip-top shape. It's not because they're the sweetest people in the world. It's because they have a lifestyle and they have income that can really change your outlook in life and make you and stabilize your situation. So the question is, I think Zara agrees with me here. The question again is, what would you prefer? Now, I'm going to bet that like 60 or 70% of the women out there are going to take the guy that's a 4 or 5 that's worth $15 million rather than the guy that's a 9.5 or a 10 that makes 50 grand a year. I'm going to say that, especially the girls with the higher ratings of your looks or intelligence. Like, I think everybody can put a number on themselves, right? And, I believe everybody's somewhat equal, but it depends on what you're measuring. Meaning, like, you can be really unattractive, but you can be the nicest person in the world. You can be super attractive, and you can be a complete asshole or dickhead or mean lady, right? You can be in the middle or in the middle. But you got these attributes, right? And they're pretty much equal. It's like a video game. You take your attributes and you slide them over. This person's got height. This person's got, money. Oh, this person's got a little wiener. Oh, okay. This person's got shortness. This person's got money, but this person's fat. This person's, chubby, and this person is not attractive, but this person's so kind and so smart, can make so much money. Like, I believe everybody's got attributes, right? You got to find out what your strengths are. I get back to what is... Someone just said attraction is important. However, respect is the most important. So let's throw that in there. Okay. So I'm going to say this again. I didn't bring that variable into the situation. My exact survey right now is, would you pick a guy who's a 4 or 5, meaning he's somewhat of a dick, not a big dick, but maybe kind of a dick, worth $15 million. So he's semi-attractive. He's like a 5 or 6, maybe 4 to 5, 6. But worth a lot of money in lifestyle. Or would you take the guy that's a 9 or 10 and doesn't have a lot of money in the bank? I didn't bring up their personalities. And I didn't bring up their personalities because I'm going to say this and people might agree or disagree. But I think in most cases, not all cases, in most cases, guys who are physically fit, and I feel like I'm semi-fit, so I can somewhat say this, but not really. Like, I don't have a six-pack. I do, but it's hiding. It's trying to find itself, okay? So I have muscles, but I have what I call dad bod from the titties down, right? So I have pecs, and then going down, it's kind of like a dad bod. So I say this, so I kind of understand. I got a decent body, right? I'm not fucking, a blob. But the more attractive you are, the more fit you are for men. This is my opinion, just hanging out at the gym for years and hearing people talk. And, we hang out, we have couples and married couples that we know, and you kind of see who's a dick, who's a douche, whatever. I feel like those that are more attractive men that work out more are usually bigger dickheads to the ladies. That's just my opinion. Not all the time, but those that are enormously physically fit, it seems like those guys struggle to find a lady because they're usually broke and they're usually a dickhead. That's my opinion. Maybe I'm wrong. That's my opinion of what I've seen. Where the person who's not usually at the gym, that's out there banking and producing money, probably has a better personality because they're proud of what they built wealth-wise, but they're not so worried about their physical attraction, so they might have a better personality, and they definitely have more depth. Think about that. Somebody that's out there working a normal 9 to 5, and there's nothing wrong with that, and busting their ass and going to the gym and only worried about their body. Now listen, let me reset this by, I know several people that are very fit, that take care of their body, that eat right, that are very successful, that make lots of money. So I'm not labeling that. So those out there, don't be like, oh my God, I fucking, I'm rich and ripped. I get it. There are people out there like that. I'm not saying there isn't. I'm saying the majority, guys. I'm saying the percentages show that most men that sit there and work out at the gym all the time aren't making a lot of money and usually are struggling to find a lady. Where guys that are out there making a lot of money, not spending time at the gym, and might not be as attractive as the guy at the gym, usually have more money or usually settle down, have a family, or have an attractive female. So I'm asking the survey again. I'm asking it again. You're a lady. Where do you stand in this situation? You can be married and answer this. That doesn't make you wrong. You can be not married and answer this. But you got to answer the question. You are in this position wherever you are in your life. You could be 19, you could be 24, you could be 30, you could be 37, you could be 45. I bet it changes. I bet the older you get, I bet the more it leans towards, I want the stability in the rich guy. So then the younger you are, right? The younger you are, I believe you're going to lean towards, I want the buff guy. It doesn't matter about money. So just think about that question, answer that when you get a chance, okay? I definitely want that survey done. All right. The other thing I want to talk about the podcast is kind of what's been going on in my life. How have things been going on? We're going to do a catch up. We're going to call this podcast like it's an update, State of the Union podcast. What the is going on, right? So a couple things. One, the biggest news I got, and I usually wouldn't share this on a podcast, but I will. My wife shared it on social, and I wouldn't share it on live, but I will this time because she shared it on social, is she just got diagnosed with melanoma. And so she is freaking out. And I get it. She's supposed to freak out. Like, it's scary. She's got, a skin cancer. She's scared. She's freaking out. She's pacing the house. She's already got normal anxiety, so now it's amplified. So prayers, if you can, her way. They're going to remove it. It's over here on her side. They're going to remove it like a small football, cut it out. But she's scared. She's scared because she doesn't know what's going to happen after it. She's scared because it's just scary. They say the word cancer and all these things. Thank you. I appreciate that. And so she's freaking out. And so it's hard because I'm trying to keep my composure. Oops. She's trying to call. We're live. I'm trying to keep my composure and keep her positive and focused. But it's hard because she's nervous. She's scared. So I don't know what to say. I don't know what you say to someone like that. I know that if you manifest positivity and you think positive things, I know that it's a lot easier to get through things. That I believe. But this is scary. And so she's going through that right now. And she just got the news of that a couple days ago. And look, I'm a big believer of you find something, the news is good. It's not good, but it's like it could be worse. You have to look at things as, okay, now I have this. Now I got to monitor this. Now I got to deal with this. Now I got to pay attention to this. Now it's on the radar. I try to tell her, like, hey, let's manifest positivity out of this, that we're going to get ahead of this. We see what's going on, and we just do what we got to do to make sure that this doesn't get worse and that we can eliminate it, right? But it's just hard. And so we're going through that at home. So that's been a big deal. So any prayers you can send our way, we'd appreciate that. She's going through a hard time with that. So, we will, I told her, and I told her I'll be there. Like we're doing this together. She's not alone on this. She's got me and her family and the kids and we're all in it together, but it's just, it's scary. Right. So everybody should get checked. Like, she just saw a little brown mole that was a little dark and boom, there it is. So now I'm like freaking out on my body. I've got this little small cyst on the back that's grown. So I'm like, oh shit, maybe we get it removed. So, just stay positive on that. Stay, proactive on those things. The other thing we got going on, so that's been a big burden and bad news, but we're going to make the best out of it. We've got Hannah's kid. We posted on social media today. My favorite person in the world, which is Lily, which is my granddaughter, Hannah's daughter. So beautiful. I posted that picture. She amazing pictures. Her brother, Grayson, also a beautiful kid. He's disgusting. He's nasty. 100% nasty. He literally, I know I had a thing on my show and I had a thing on social media, I don't know, 3 months ago where I shit the bed. I said literally shit the bed, where I sleep naked and I had gas in the middle of the night, didn't know, and didn't trust it, and boom, had a little stain on the thing. It was all shared. It was gross, but it was, listen, I shared it all over social. It was there. You can find it. It's there, okay? I didn't know it would skip a generation, and that my grandson now would literally shit the bed. The kid's 2 years old. Hannah wakes up this morning and goes into the bedroom to see Grayson, and in there, his diaper's off, and there's a huge pile of shit. What up, Sean Anthony, my dude? How you doing? There's a huge pile. He literally shit the bed. He's 2 years old, takes his diaper off. You can see it. I mean, it looks like a man shit. It's on my social media. I posted it. So now we're dealing with this. Like, how do you teach this kid? I actually called him. And I'm like, dude, what are you doing? He's like, I pooped in the bed. Why would you poop in the bed? I pooped in the bed, and he's laughing. I'm like, dude, you're supposed to poop in the potty. Like, you're supposed, no, I poop in the bed. Dude, you're supposed to poop in the potty. And he's not. He pooped in the bed. So literally, if you go to my social, you go on TikTok, you go on Instagram, you go into the spots, you can see the video where Hannah sees it this morning. It's so disgusting. So we're dealing with that. That's something that's on the horizon. The other things on the horizon is, we're looking to get more into some real estate stuff. I know Liz is getting ready to flip homes, so we're super excited about that. She's working with some people to do that, so I'm trying to keep her mind off the melanoma stuff. She's going to be flipping homes, so we're jacked about that. We are flying to Boca tomorrow. I speak at an event, so shout out to Cindy Meltzer and her team. I speak at the Ignite event. That's right, Ignite out of Boca for all the entrepreneurs out there. So I'll be there speaking Friday night. So anybody out in the Boca area or Fort Lauderdale area or Delray Beach area or any of that, Miami, come up and see me. I speak tomorrow, Friday at 6 p.m. So that's coming up here shortly, and that'll be exciting. I'm jacked about that. Go out there, got a few podcasts to do, a couple interviews on the news, and then talking about that. And we're promoting the Bam Fam show. Like, I know you guys that are following. I appreciate that. We do have a reality TV show coming out on Amazon. It now comes out January 5th, that Friday. It got bumped back through the directors of Amazon. They wanted to launch it out after the holidays. So that show comes out January 5th on Friday. Will be on Amazon Prime and available. So super excited about that. We're going to be promoting the show and the podcast, and my coaching. I'm getting ready to really turn up the coaching, partnering with some folks to get a group coaching, a community that we're going to be building. So super excited about that. Look out for that. That'll get you access to myself and the people that I know to help you do what you want to do, whether it's raising capital, grow a business, scale a business, marketing, sales, whatever it is, mindset, specifically and predominantly home service companies, but anything outside of that. So that's kind of what's been going on. My son just finished his final football game. We both were very sad about it. We played a team up in Cloverleaf called the Cloverleaf Colts. That was the team we played first game of the season, and they beat us 40-8. And then after then, we kind of railroaded all the teams. We had a mistake and lost to another Brawley team. Our team was Brawley. We should have beat that team. That team couldn't move the ball on us. We got cute, got aggressive, started throwing the ball with 2 minutes left and blew that game. They had a gentleman, Colin, he's just a great athlete. Took it to the house on a pick six and, just completely changed the game on us being stupid. Me specifically as a coach, fucking around when the game was over. But that changed the rankings. And so that gave us the 4th seed instead of the 2nd seed. And when we did that, we had to play this team instead of playing them in the championship. We had to play them in the semi-conference finals. And so we played them. We lost, I think it was 22-14. So it was a much closer game than the first game. Christian had 2 cool touchdowns. He ran one and he threw one. Lathan got open on a big bomb for 37 yards. And Christian ran like a 14-yard touchdown. It was pretty cool. Momentum got him in, also on the social media. But he's been playing football, literally 2 leagues for the last 4 months, and they're both over. And so he's like, Dad, what do we do now? So he's bored, I'm bored, and we're like, yeah. So he's getting ready to he's got a quarterback's coach, going to be working with him hardcore coming up, and then he's going to be playing on a travel 7v7 team that I'm putting together for flag. So we got tryouts coming in December for that. So we got that going on. I told you Hannah's got one kid that's awesome in Lily, and not that the other kid's not awesome, but he's gross, and he pooped the bed. Kinsey is out there in Bama. She hasn't been very healthy lately. She's been struggling. She already has, for you guys that don't know, autoimmune diseases and deficiencies. She has POTS, and she has narcolepsy. So she sleeps like 16 to 18 hours a day. And she also struggles, when she's sick to get better. So she's been taking IVs out there and trying to feel better in Bama. And we're going to try to go see her next weekend and go watch a game down there and hang out. And then she's going to come back for Thanksgiving. And then you've got London, who is double downing her classes right now so she can graduate as a senior, even though she's a junior. They moved her up to a senior. And we're excited about that because we might move. Like, we're in North Carolina right now, in Davidson. It's okay. We might move after the school year. We're going to go look at Boca while we're down there, Texas, things like that. But I think, with everything Liz and the melanoma and the stuff she's got going on, we may second guess where we move, because she got to stay out of the sun. So we're going to look at that as well. But, a lot of things are going on. Business is booming. We got one company that's growing. We're getting ready to open up a second company. The coaching, like I said, I'm coaching a few clients right now, one-on-one, and getting ready to do the awesome community where we can do things together and have events, and it'll be exciting. So I'm super jacked about putting the community together. I got the right team building it out for me, so that'll be fun. And the podcast has been fun. I just had a couple cool. I had Aaron Singerman on. If you don't know who that is, that show comes out soon. He is actually the CEO of Redcon, and he's got a hell of a story. Like, he went to prison and got out and still building his business. And so this whole story was he got in trouble for selling anabolic steroids. He closed the business. He opened a new business. He's 3 years into it. They indict him. Then he has to wait 3 years for a sentencing. Then he goes to jail for a year, but it's supposed to be like 8 years. Then he gets out and he's still building his business. It's like a crazy story. So that comes out soon. We just put that on there. Talking to a couple of the people I've got coming on. I've got a couple comedians coming on that are big time. I've got a guy here in Charlotte. I can't think of his name offhand. Damn it, I can't think of his name. Also, Bert Kreischer is going to come onto the show. We've been going back and forth with him and his team, as well as Lewis, CK Lewis. So we're looking at a couple of those guys to bring onto the show as well. I'm trying to there's a female comedian I'm trying to reach out to as well, bring them on and go from there. Also been talking to Savannah Chrisley, trying to get on her show. She's been out there exposing a lot of things about what's going on in the prison with her dad. And so we will be trying to do a podcast swap to where I come out to her show and kind of talk about my story, and she comes on my show and kind of tells her story and what's going on. So I think that'll be good as well. It's a lot of cool things happening, right? In the midst of some bad stuff. And, the reason I want to do a show the way we're doing it right now, and I started with a survey because, our podcast manager, Tony, was in here. And we were asking about something, and that's where it came up. Hey, should I do a shirtless podcast? And then it was like, well, hey, how would a girl do the survey? So we want to start the show with something funny. Just so you know, when I do my show, there's no show notes. There's no agenda. It's kind of like I just talk, right? It's very natural. Whether I'm interviewing someone or whether I'm doing it myself, I have no plan. I just go. And part of that go is whatever I feel. And he was in here, we're talking about that. But then I wanted to kind of update, the status of everything that's going on. We've got, you guys have seen some of the arguments that I've had with my dear friend Haider from Pakistan about Israel and Palestine. And I had a lot of comments on that where people were very upset. I just want to make this clear. I am not anti-Palestine. I am anti any kids or women or anybody getting hurt. I am anti-Hamas. Okay. Therefore, I was with Israel on destroying Hamas. It is unfortunate, the genocide and all the people that are stuck in the middle of that. And I feel horrible about that and wish that wasn't the case, and pray for that, those people every day. But the conflicts happen and terrorists have to be dealt with. And so the unfortunate thing is this is what happens, and it's sad and it's wrong and there's no excuse for it, but I don't know what any other way that they could do it. I don't have the answers. But look, people want to comment, say what they want. That's fine. I just want to clear the air of letting you know that that's not the case. We're not anti-Palestine. My friend Haider was somewhat anti-Israel and has his own version of things, and that's okay, and that's why we had a heated debate about it. Love the guy. He left here, and we're still good. A couple other things got going on I thought about recently is I interviewed, if you check it out, Charlotte Kirk. She's an awesome actress in a couple horror movies. She's a badass. She's also a producer. Her and her fiance produced a lot of movies out of the UK. So it's very dope about that. I was looking at that and looking to invest in some movies. Like there's a big business. They've got a strike going on right now. So things are getting done cheap right now. It's a great return on your investment. So investors out there, you might want to look at getting in the entertainment business. And then, I was sitting here thinking about it today. What could we do on the show that would be different and unique coming forward? And, I know that we've had some guests in here. Me and Joe always cut up and talk about the craziest stuff ever. And then Kenny comes in here. We've had some heated debates, and Liz has been in here. It's been funny. I'm going to bring London in here soon. London wants to come on the show. I'm probably going to have her in here next week. But realistically, I'm taking feedback of what would be unique on the show. I am talking about taking the show over to a cigar bar over in Mooresville called the Gold Leaf. The owner said I can come out there and do the show there. I want to go there, have a few drinks, smoke a couple cigars while we're doing the show. I think it'll be pretty dope. So we might get a different scenery than just Zara and Zog here in the podcast studio here in Charlotte. But we're going to look to do that as well. The other thing I want to talk about is, I mentioned earlier all the struggles and problems that we're going through, as well as the good things. You have to be able to digest, and you have to be able to navigate and compartmentalize your problems you're going through and how you're going to deal with them. The problem we have in society today, and my wife's doing it right now, and I feel horrible for it, that's why I'm praying for her, is you get stuck in the negative, and then that consumes you. And then everything around you becomes negative. And the problem with that is it's hard for you to focus to be anything positive. And I'm a true believer, if you manifest a lot of the things in your life, if you say it, it can be true. If you work at it, it can be true. If you believe it, it can happen. And what I see happen, even with those that I love, is they get stuck in the negativity. I mean, we all have done it. I've done it as well. And then you're just sitting there and you're just focused on that. Therefore, you're not able to focus on other things to live your life the way God intended you to live and to do the things that you needed to do. And so my advice to everybody would be pretty simple and pretty laid back, and say that you have to find a way to take each bad situation and find what the positive is on that, right? So if with my wife's melanoma, right? She's scared and has every right to be fearful. I mean, I've never seen her this upset. It's scary, right? She caught it and it's stage 1. She cuts it out. She monitors it. That's a good thing. It's a horrible thing it's there, but it's a good thing that it's not 3 or 4. It's a good thing that they can take it out. It's a good thing that she can monitor it. If I can get her to change her mindset and think like that, I think it'll be easier for her to get through this and enjoy the moments and memories between now and then of monitoring. Otherwise, it's like purgatory of negativity. And I hear this and I see this all the time. People in business, people in life, marriages, relationships, they get stuck into the negative and they dwell. We all do it. I do it. Like, I'm not like a fucking therapist. I don't have like a magic wand where I can change your mind and fix you. Like, I got my own fucking problems and I get negative sometimes too. But I always have to tell myself, what is the positive in this? What are the things that I can learn from this? What are the things that I can control? And what are the things I can't control? The things that I can control, what can I do to better myself and better my situation? And when you start to really just strip things down or peel that onion back, it's easier to really navigate through your life, whether it's bad or good, whatever's going on. It's all relative. Everybody goes through stuff. Everybody's going through problems all the time. Christian's doing great. Thanks for asking. So, for anybody that says their life is fucking perfect, they're full of shit. And the more perfect they say it is, the more they're lying. Nobody's life is perfect. Everybody's got something going on. Those are facts. And if you watch people's social media, the better their social media looks, the more they're hiding. That's also my belief. Okay? So don't forget my survey earlier. Don't forget to give prayers out for Liz and the melanoma. Stay positive. Check out all the podcasts coming out. Make sure that you're subscribing on all the platforms, whether it's TikTok, YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, and make sure you're ready for that launch for the BAM Fam. We're going to throw a giant party in Delray Beach. So if you're local or you want to go, we know you, your friends, your fan, your supporter, whatever you are, we'd love to have you. We're going to throw a huge party in Delray January 5th for the show coming out. We'll also do one virtual. So if you're interested in that, you can definitely DM me. I do check my DMs. I have somebody in there, but I check my DMs as well. So you can DM me and we can work that out. I appreciate everybody. Go out and crush it. Finish the week. Bam!